Unstuck TV, where we get the opportunity to speak with some of the most amazing people who have overcome great circumstances in their lives, and today is absolutely no exception, as we have the marvelous, wonderful Judy Morio with us today.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
I know you did. That's
Thank
why.
you.
Oh, and by the way, Cheryl's here too. So
showed up.
Cheryl, just tell us a little bit about your, what, I guess it's been a couple of weeks since we've done a show, so how have things been?
It has. Things have been good. I have the proof of my book in my hands.
Yay.
And I'm very excited. So I plan to have that out for my birthday, August 6th.
Cheryl, this is TV,
Yes.
not radio.
Yes.
So when you say in your hands, they can actually see your hands, and there's no book there.
Okay. Well, you know what?
If it was radio, that would have worked great.
It's a really small book.
Congratulations on getting
Thank
your
you.
book.
Thank you.
Ready.
I'm
August 6th
excited.
is not that far away.
I know. I have to send. I sent the edits out today, and I want to have it for my birthday because then I can tell people that they can buy it for my birthday, and I'm going to give a portion to Hearts Alive.
The title?
Surviving to Thriving: How to Overcome Setbacks and Rock Your Life.
Wow.
Alrighty.
So
I'm ready to overcome setbacks
You
and
ready?
rock my life.
let's
I'm
do
ready
it.
to rock.
You kind of had an interesting week.
I guess it's been
Little bit.
interesting. I got stuck.
You did.
I know. So this is Unstuck TV.
Oh, she's
I got
gonna
stuck.
kick you.
I need help getting unstuck now. Yes. So I did. I got permanently stuck. I got married this weekend. So it was awesome. It couldn't have been a better week. So.
Your poor wife. I kid.
I sympathize with that. Yes.
So, but we are here with Judy, who is just really a legend in the speaking world and the motivational world, and
Thank you.
just a legend. We'll just stick with that.
Just a legend.
Just
Are they good stories or bad? That could be.
they're good.
I don't even know where to go with this interview because every time I speak to Judy, I hear another amazing story. So let's just start with, how are you and what have you been up to lately?
Oh, well, I'm fine. And what I've been up to lately is I just bought a different house and remodeled it and painted it and moved in. And so now I'm glad that that's almost all done and I can get back to my real life of speaking and painting and doing those things. But yeah, moved into the new house, and that's pretty exciting because I live in a neighborhood in Las Vegas where we have ducks and geese and running water, like a brook, a spring. People come there and they say, "Are you sure you live in Las Vegas?" And it's kind of nice. Yeah.
We're already talking about doing some of our shows from Judy's backyard. So
Yeah, wouldn't that
that'll
be
great.
fun?
Yeah.
We'll just set up the studio out there, and it'll be awesome because it's such a beautiful area. It'll look like Oprah. You know how she sits under the tree with her guest in a chair. Only it'll be better because we have the ducks and the geese and the water.
Of course.
Of course.
Can we get the ducks on the show?
Well, I'm sure I will. I can make arrangements.
Okay,
for
please.
them.
We'll get them fitted
But
for
the
little
turtle
outfits.
will not agree.
No.
That damn turtle
No.
is so fast. Every time I go out there to take its picture, it takes
It's off,
off.
yeah.
I thought turtles were slow.
No.
Someone told me I was slower than the turtle, so what does that tell you? No, but life is good. And what I am doing very soon is August 19th, I'm going to be speaking at the Unstuck conference at the Smith Center, and I'm very excited about that. And of course, you know a little about it.
A little bit, yes. I am extremely excited to have you speaking at the Unstuck conference, and again, I just don't know what to expect because literally every time she speaks, it's just amazing. So can you give us just a little tidbit of what you might be talking about?
I'm going to be talking about overcoming life blocks. And, you know, writers very often talk about how they get writer's block and they get stuck and they can't figure out how to get past it. Well, I think all of us go through life blocks where we get stuck. You know, sometimes we think we want to do more, be more, have more. We want to accomplish more, and we don't know which way to go. We don't know where to go. And basically what it is fear. So we really have to overcome the fear. And how do you overcome fear when you know, you've got a family to feed and you want to do something else other than what you're doing right now, but you don't really like what you're doing.
Right.
And so, you know, how do you just say, okay, I'm going to stop doing this and go do what I want to do? You can't really do that. You have to find a way to do the things you want to do and take care of your responsibilities at the same time.
And I noticed that fear sets in for a lot of people. What do you think is the main cause of that fear for people as they're
It depends upon what fear it is, but I find that most fears are based on the fear of what other people are going to think of us. And that comes down to the fear of rejection. And so many times that's from when we were a child. If we didn't get the attention that we wanted or needed, or the love that we wanted or needed, we'll feel rejected. And so as we go older, we don't want to stand up and speak in front of a group because somebody might laugh at us, and that's rejection. We might not want to reach out to be friends with somebody because we don't want to be rejected. There's so many different kinds of fear that really are based upon that fear of rejection. And so I think we have to get over it. The truth of the matter is that we were created to be whoever we are. And if we will just focus forward, set our goals and say, okay, here's where I'm going. I'm going to focus on where I'm going. I'm not going to worry about what other people think about it. I'm going to focus on it. This is what I want. This is what I want to accomplish. This is what I want to do. We can get past that fear, because the truth of the matter is, other people really aren't thinking about you. I remember when I was a teenager, I said to my dad, oh yeah, but people will laugh at me. And he goes, honey, people aren't thinking about you. 80% of the time people are thinking about themselves, and the rest of the time they're thinking about what they're going to eat for dinner. So they're not thinking about you. And I was like, really? I thought everybody was thinking about me.
Right. So one of the strategies that I speak about in getting unstuck is developing your faith. And that is, religious faith is obviously a huge part of it, but more importantly, that faith and that belief that things will work out. And so it sounds to me like that's very similar to what you're talking about, in that we, as children growing up, we sometimes lose that trust that things will work out because we're made fun of, or that fear of rejection. And as adults, we actually have to train ourselves to literally develop that faith. And it's recognizing the little things that do work out along the way. And another important part of that is just surrounding yourself with people who are positive, who things tend to work out for. And by work out, I literally mean that the old saying, like, the harder you work, the easier it gets, right? The luckier you get. Things don't just always work out. Sometimes it's just a matter of perspective. Right. So what I love about Unstuck is it gives you the opportunity to add everybody else's stories, success stories, to your own experience, just by being there and hearing it. So
Exactly. So, when people come there, not only are they going to hear the stories from the people on the stage, but they get to meet the other people that are in attendance. And you find that an event like this actually attracts people who are more positive in life. Because people who are really stuck, who are really unhappy, miserable, they don't go to these things. They're not looking for a way to get out of it. It's those of us who we're always going ahead, but yet sometimes things don't work out and we think, well, I got to try something else. I got to try a different way. And we'll go because we want to learn. I always say, when I teach programs on how to deal with difficult people, the difficult people are the ones that are in the room. Exactly. They send them there. They don't, the people that know how to deal with them don't come to those.
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't know that. They think everybody else is a difficult person, and so they think they're there to learn how to deal with everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. So I always say to them, I know how to teach people how to deal with difficult people because I am a difficult person, and being one, I can tell you how to deal with me.
Right.
And it's true.
And
you don't have to agree.
I don't.
That idea of perspective it's awesome, because you do have, everybody goes through stuff. And the really successful people are the ones that can keep going regardless of the circumstances. So it is a matter of shifting, changing directions, moving towards something different rather than getting stuck where you're at. And a lot of times the perspective you take is based on that idea of faith, and you believe things are going to work out. You can see things completely differently in a positive light. This past week, right before my wedding, we got married in Cleveland. And so my fiance and I, we got there, my wife and I guess now,
yes.
We got there about a week early. And the first night we were there, we went down to the flats in Cleveland. And so we got on one side of the flats and we took a water taxi across for dinner. And she is so positive and optimistic all the time. She looks at me and she's like, oh, honey, this is so wonderful. It's just like being on a gondola in Venice. I'm like, or a water taxi in Cleveland. With that positive outlook, it was just like, it was very nice, but just that kind
But
of
isn't
energy.
it wonderful
It's like,
that she said that?
it is. It's so
I mean,
great.
that makes her think that you're the prince or a king.
That's a whole nother story, whole nother joke. But yeah, we can get into that later. Did we just lose our feed, Scott?
No, I think
Okay,
we just
lost our
need
timing.
to. Yeah, because I
We
think we
ran
need
out
to
of
take a
time.
break.
Is it time for a break
I
already?
believe it is a break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.